How you doing? My name's Travis Mears from Fort Worth, Texas, professional shotgun shooter for Fab Arm USA and Caesar Guerini. I've got a whole table full of awesome guns from Fab Arm and Caesar Guerini, and we're gonna tell you all about them in just a second. But first, I want to tell you about the different games in shotgun shooting. Sporting Clays was brought to the United States in the late 80s to simulate hunting scenarios. Every course is going to be different, and what I mean by that, there's going to be 2 traps at every station. The traps are going to simulate bird hunting scenarios, so sometimes you'll have a crosser, sometimes you'll have an incomer, an outgoer, off a big tower, all the different varieties. One that'll surprise you is the rabbit. The rabbit rolls across the ground. So in Sporting Clays, a typical round is 100 targets. And we'll shoot that from anywhere from 10 to 15 and sometimes even 16 stations. All right, we're out here on the Sporting Clays course with the Invictus 9. This particular station's got 2 targets, one coming from the left going to the right, one from the right going to the left. It's also a true pair, meaning that both targets are coming out at once. On this particular station, it calls for 4 pairs. Pull. 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 That's 8 dead targets for a straight station. Since Sporting Clay is so fun, there was a condensed version made. Years ago, they came up with 5 stand. 5 stand is a typical round of 25 targets, and again, from a variety of different traps. The stations will be set up 1 to 5 from left to right, and in each station you'll shoot a single and 2 pairs. So we'll have those incomers, outgoers, crossers, over the heads, even the rabbits. Early on in your career, I think you ought to spend a lot of time on skeet and trap. Okay, so I want to tell you the difference about the 2. Skeet range, there's going to be a high house on the left side of the field and a low house on the opposite side of the field. The course is set up in a semicircle, starting at the high house with station 1, coming around with the middle station being station 4, and all the way over to the end, right in front of the low house, you'll be at station 7. So at each of those stations, you'll shoot targets from both the high and the low house. And then once you get all the way to 7, you're gonna go out into the middle of the field and shoot station 8, which is sometimes the most intimidating, but oftentimes can be the easiest target on the field. It's right in your face. Skeet's a fun game. It's only 25 targets. You shoot 4 rounds for a total of 100. It's highly competitive. It takes a high percentage of hits to win, and so it's a great game to learn the sport. Trap is very well known. It's shot all over the country. It's got some of the best involvement in the adult and in the youth spectrum. Trap is a fairly basic game. There's 5 stations set up again in a semicircle, but they're a lot closer together than skeet. From station 1 to station 5 is about a 20-yard separation. Right out in the middle of the field, there'll be 1 house. The machine is in that house oscillating. With it being covered by the house, you can't tell where the targets are going to go. You'll start at station 1, and everybody starts at 16 yards in the early part of your game. You're going to call pull. Target could go all the way to the left, all the way to the right. You could get lucky with the straightaway. You're going to shoot your target. The very next guy to your right is going to shoot their target. On down the line, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th guy are going to get their target, and then that's going to start over. You're going to shoot 5 targets from each station, and then everyone's going to rotate to the right. The guy on 5 will come around all the way to 1 for a total of 25 targets. And then you shoot 4 rounds for a total of 100. As you get competitive and as you get better, they can have what is called a handicap. Okay, in a handicap trap, what happens is they take your average, and based on your average from the 16-yard line, they place you further back. It's called a handicap. So the really good guys, the pros, have made their way all the way to the back. They're shooting from 27 yards. 27-yard line trap is extremely difficult because of the distance of the target, and still you've got that oscillating machine. It's a great motivator for those new shooters to make their way back to the back. Let's talk about the tools for each of those trades. We've got some extremely versatile guns here in the beginning. We're gonna start off with the ELOS N2 All Sport. It's an awesome gun. It's got 2 different ribs. You can change the point of impact with each of these ribs. The one that's on here right now is the 50-50 rib. And when I say 50-50, we're talking about point of impact at the shot. If you're shooting trap, you could decide to change this rib out for the 65-35 for a little higher point of impact. If you buy the ELOS N2 All Sport Trap Combo, it comes with not only the 2 ribs, but it comes with the unsingle barrel. This is a 34-inch unsingle barrel. Unsingle because the one barrel this does have is on the bottom, where this one has top and bottom. This unsingle barrel got a very high rib. The high rib is for that higher point of impact that those trap shooters really like. And the reason for that is those targets that are coming from that house and that oscillating machine are rising. And so the high point of impact allows you to still see the target when you fire and have that high impact that'll go out there and meet the target. The ELOS N2 All Sport's extremely versatile gun, whether you're taking it from the sporting clays course to the skeet range, all the way over to the trap field. The Guarini Summit Trap Combo. This has got the Monte Carlo with the adjustable comb, and you'll notice that it's got a fairly high rib. This has got some adjustability. Right out here on the end of the muzzle, you can see a wheel. As I rotate this wheel, it will change the point of impact by raising or lowering the rib. The Summit Trap Combo also has the unsingle barrel. This is a 34-inch unsingle with the high rib. It's what most of the pros in the trap game are shooting. With this barrel, obviously you've only got 1 barrel, so this is going to limit you to your singles and on your handicap. This is the Invictus 9 Sporting. This has got a 32-inch barrel. You'll notice that this one's different from the last 2 guns that we've looked at. It's got a flat rib. It's got a flat sight plane. It's also got a flat stock. The Invictus 9's got incredible wood, upgraded all the way to the top. It's also got the deep engraving. This is a beautiful gun. This is one that will look good in your hands and or in the rack. You know, those days when you shoot good and have a pretty gun, nobody can beat you. But those days you don't shoot good, at least you have the prettiest gun, right? Next gun, this is the Invictus 3 M-Spec. It's got a 34-inch fixed choke barrel. What I mean by that is instead of having the interchangeable chokes, this one's a fixed choke gun. From the factory, it's got a mod on the bottom and improved mod on the top. This gun's also got a tapered rib, a little different than the standard sporting Invictus. I love this setup for me because at the end of the barrel, all the way down to the end, it's tapered, which allows more precision, and the longer barrel, longer sight plane gives me the ability to really stay close to those far targets. This has got a custom stock on it, but you'll see on the Invictus 3, beautiful engraving on it. It's got gargoyles, gold. This is an incredible gun. I get comments on it every shoot I go to. Let's go on down the line here. ELOS N2 RS. It's got the adjustable comb. It's got a little different ergonomical grip, different than the original ELOS N2. It's also got the rounded front end, interchangeable chokes at the end, flat rib, flat sight plane. Across the board, this is a great gun. This gun can be taken in the field or on the sporting clays course. For the guys and girls that like the autos, one of my favorites, the FabArm L4S Sporting. All of them have incredible wood on them, as you can see. They've got an extremely fast action. This particular setup has got a 30-inch barrel. The gas system on this gun makes this extremely reliable and also very, very soft shooting. For those very new shooters or someone that may want a lighter setup, I think the auto is the best ticket for getting you out on the course and really learning the game without getting beat up by some of the bigger guns. I want to tie all that together, and there's an international game. It's called FITASC. FITASC is highly competitive worldwide, and it's a unique spin on sporting clays. You can almost say it's a unique spin on sporting clays in 5-stand because of the way the menu's written. Different from skeet, trap, and sporting clays where we can mount the gun. In FITASC, we've got to go from a low gun position. So the low gun is right around chest high. The gun's got to be still when the target's thrown. When the target's thrown, you can mount and fire. All right, we're out here at the FITASC. On FITASC, you're gonna have 3 pegs per parkour. As you can see, the pegs are usually displayed by a hula hoop or ring. On this particular parkour, we've got 3 rings. We've got the white, the red, and the blue. On each of these, you're gonna shoot singles and doubles for a total of 25 targets. On the singles, you get full use of the gun. What that means is you get to shoot twice at your singles if you need. All right, so one of the big rules and most important rules about FITASC is you have to start from the low gun. So we're gonna shoot this A single. Pull. I got that one. Single B. Pull. Last single is gonna be C. Pull. Shot that target and the piece. All right, we're going to the pairs now. The first pair is gonna be AC. Pull. Dead pair. Final pair coming. This one's gonna be BA. Pull. I got all those targets. FITASC is a lot of fun. It's a great challenge, and so I hope that you get out and try it soon. As you can tell, there's a game for everybody, and more importantly, there's a gun for everybody. So I hope that you go to CJ Greeny and/or Fab Arm USA, find the dealer tab. Click on there, find your local dealer. Here in Fort Worth, we've got Defender Outdoors. I'd love to see it, love to show you some of these guns. Have the opportunity to put your hands on them. Figure out which one's gonna be the best for you and for the games. And also, I want you to try each of them. Find a demo gun that you can get out there and shoot. You're gonna love these guns, and you're gonna love these sports, Skeet, Trap, 5 Cent Sporting, FITASC. It's a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing you on the range.